Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video just to give you guys some tips on meal planning and prepping. These are actually tips that I use every single day, every week. If I don't, I eat horrible, grocery shopping goes bad, and it's just a bad week. So I highly suggest that you follow these tips, at least for the 21 days, see if it works for you. But first and foremost, clean eating does not have to be boring. You do not have to eat fish and vegetables every single day, so get inspired. Look for new recipes. I'm going to be posting tons of recipes in the group, but also I love to check out Pinterest. I do have a Pinterest board if you want to look on there. Clean eating recipes, but also I have a 21-day fix board. Google anything. Everything 21-day fix. There's tons of stuff that's on Facebook. I would say Pinterest is probably your best bet though, because everything usually is already labeled out and a lot of things already have your containers, so when you're doing a casserole dish, you have no idea what you're doing or how to portion it out. Usually things on Pinterest already have that set for you. My next tip is to keep it simple. You do not have to go and buy crazy 10-course meals for your family. You can buy 2 or 3 meals through the week, try new meals, and see if it works for you. But I also highly suggest, this is what I do personally to save money. Keep it simple for your breakfast. If you do your Shakeology for breakfast, that's fine. But if I don't do my shake in the morning, I highly suggest that you pick between 2 different breakfast ideas. So instead of eating the same oats and banana every single morning, one day I have oats, the next day I may have a sandwich then with eggs and tomato and spinach. Just so you don't get bored. You don't want to get burnt out with clean eating. And my third tip is do not forget your snacks. Do not. So don't think you're just going to keep it in the refrigerator and when you get hungry you're going to know what to go get. I highly suggest not doing that, because if you're like me, when I get hungry I just go and grab whatever's in the refrigerator, and if it's not prepped and already individually bagged up, then I tend to eat too much, or I'm on the go and I grab whatever's in the cabinet that I can take that's not healthy. So on Sunday, this is what I do. I go to the grocery store, I come home, I wash my fruits and my vegetables, and I will actually portion out my green containers for my veggies. I'll portion out my fruits, and I'll already have them in Ziploc bags. That way, a lot of you guys work. You can just go in the morning, go to your refrigerator, grab the bags you need. You can label them with tape. Also, Target has colored baggies now. They have little tiny yellow bags, purple bags, you know, all fixed. They're fixed colors, but they're like dirt cheap. But that way, there's no guessing. When you look in the refrigerator, you know you have your bag set. You grab, if you need a purple and a green on the go for your snack, you know to grab a bag of each and go for the day, so you don't have to worry about that. And in the mornings, if you're like me and my kids are crazy, so some mornings you may get up late, some mornings you may not get your workout in, and you are already stressed and running late, so you don't want to do that and then eat poorly that day. So make sure you have it prepped, so in the mornings that you run late or the evenings that you're running late and you're coming home, it's already done for you. All you have to do is grab it and go. And also I think it's a great idea for the kids, because if the fruits and vegetables are already washed and cut, and if you make them like little bite-sized things, the kids think it's so much fun. So have them ready and tell the kids, you know, go open the fridge, grab you a snack. It's a lot easier. My next tip is make a list of your recipes. Go through, to save money, this is what I do. If I want to make a casserole, I don't just write everything down and go to the store and get it. I do this the day before. I make a list of everything that I'm going to make. I go through my cabinets, I go through my fridge, my freezer, and make sure of anything that I already have. That way everything gets used up, nothing's overlooked, and food doesn't go to waste. My next tip is to create a schedule. Plan your grocery shopping just like you would a business trip or a business meeting or your church function. Don't just think, I'll go to the store sometime this weekend. Plan out your meals and know how many days of food you have. That way, when it comes to the day when you need to make a dinner and you think, oh my gosh, I have nothing left in the fridge, you don't get there. Make sure you already have your grocery stuff planned out. My next one is prep meal components. This is a big thing. I don't do it so much because I work at home. I don't have to worry about having time to cook a lot in the evenings. Thank goodness I'm very blessed to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't know how you guys do it, the ones that have to work work away from home and get your kids ready. I'm exhausted by 9 o'clock here, and I'm home all day, and it's not like I sit on my butt. It's just, I don't know how you guys do it. So I'm going to give you guys some tips that I do recommend. I don't personally do them a whole lot. I do my chicken this way, but prep meal components. Instead of cooking your entire meal, say if you want to have like grilled chicken salad, you're going to have that for lunch this week. On Sunday, when you have time and you're not rushed, go ahead and individualize your spinach and cut up your tomatoes, measure everything out. And a lot of things I use mason jars because they're easy on the go and they're already in containers, so you just grab it and go. You don't have to worry about doing that. That's one less thing you have to do during the day. But cook your chicken ahead of time. On Sundays, if you can, go ahead and cook your chicken for 3 or 4 days. Go ahead and measure it out. Put it in your mason jar. On Pinterest, there's, I think it's actually called mason jar salads. You can pack your spinach. You can pack all of your chicken. You can even put your dressings in the bottom of them. And have them in the refrigerator. You can label them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That way you know ahead of time what you're going to have for that week. And it's already prepped. If you're going to have like casseroles and stuff, if you know your meats have to be cooked, your hamburgers, your turkey, whatever, ahead of time, like if you're going to have tacos one day, go ahead and cook your taco meat. Have it in a container. That way when you come home, the meat's cooked. The hardest part is cooked. Then have your vegetables diced up, have lettuce cut up, have everything done on Sunday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, when you come home from t-ball practice and you're starving, you don't have to cook. You don't have to rush and get everybody home and get everybody's homework done. All you have to do is take out the meat, heat it up, and put your vegetables on it, and you're good to go. My next one, this is my biggest tip, is make extra. This saves you money and it saves you time. I do this for me, but I also do it for my husband, and he will take anything in his lunch cold. It doesn't matter. So it makes it a lot easier for me to pack his lunch. But when I make dinner, I always make more than enough. Always. That way, I have whatever we have for dinner today, I have it for lunch tomorrow. And there's no guessing. I don't have to pack anything. I know tomorrow morning, I'm going to have my breakfast, I'll have my snack, and then when it comes lunchtime, I'm not starving and debating what I want. I know I have leftovers, and it saves you money, it saves you time, and it saves you the stress of making a whole nother meal. My next tip is start freezing. If you make chilies and soups and stews, lasagna roll-ups, all of that stuff is really, really good freezer meals. Make a double batch of chili, make a double batch of your stew, and freeze them. So the days that you come home and you're not prepared and you didn't do what I asked you to do, you know you already have a clean meal in the refrigerator. You don't have to worry about coming home and cooking a meal or running through McDonald's at the last minute because you didn't have anything prepared. So always have something in the freezer. I highly recommend that. It saves me money, it saves me time. And the days being pregnant, I'm just really tired some days, so it helps me out a lot. And nobody knows it's frozen. When Eric comes home, he thinks I made it fresh. So it works and it still tastes great. Number 11, keep a list of what's in your refrigerator. I'm horrible about this. If I buy a bunch of fruits and vegetables on a Sunday, sometimes things get pushed to the back, and then, Thursday, Friday comes, and I look in the back of the refrigerator, and there's things in there. I'm like, I forgot I had cherry tomatoes for lunch this week. So keep a list, and I suggest keeping it on the front of your refrigerator. Keep a list of exactly what you have in there, fresh foods especially. That way you know what's in there, and when you want a snack, you can grab it if you haven't already packaged it and had it labeled and put in baggies. That way it doesn't go to waste. Stock up on good storage containers. This is really big. The Dollar General, I really, really like the Dollar Tree in Ripley because they have tons and tons of food preparation things, and they're $1, and you can get tons for $10. So don't go to Walmart and buy $40 worth of like 4 containers. Buy in bulk, and that way you have them. And the days that you do your meal prep, you already have your containers, and you can label them your greens, your purples, whatever. That way you have everything in neat, tidy, spaced out, and everything's done for you. There's no guessing. And my last one is do what works for you. What works for me may not work for you. Like I said, Sundays is my meal prep day. If you want to do it Fridays or Saturdays, whatever day, just do not wait till Monday evening when you come home from work and think, I'm going to cook all the meals for the week, because it's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen. So be prepared. Cook more. Always freeze what you have left over. Go ahead and wash your vegetables, wash your fruits, and have it planned out. Don't make it more stressful through the week. It does not have to be stressful. But I just found actually a new tip for cleaning your fruits and vegetables. And a lot of you who are on my personal page, I did this a couple weeks ago and it blew me away. I can't believe I wasn't doing it before. But it's a vegetable wash of vinegar and water. And it doesn't matter if you use regular vinegar or apple cider vinegar. It doesn't matter at all. Just make sure you use 1 cup of vinegar. Fill your sink up with the rest of water. It's like 1-to-3 ratio. And put all your vegetables, your fruits in there and let it soak. If your berries, like strawberries and blueberries and stuff, like 4 to 5 minutes is fine. But your apples, you never think about washing stuff like that. Your apples and stuff that come from the grocery store have a waxy coating and a lot of chemicals and sprays on them. So make sure you're washing your apples, especially if you're eating the peeling. But let your apples and like your celeries and stuff like that, let them soak for at least 10 minutes. Make sure you rinse really, really well. I promise they will not taste like vinegar. And dry them off really well. Go ahead and cut them up. Your strawberries, I dry them off. I don't cut them up. And I put them in a mason jar. And they lasted me almost 2 weeks. And usually after 3 or 4 days of strawberries, it's kind of like a science experiment. You have no idea what you bought. So it works really well for grapes and for blueberries also. And my celery, it kept it really clean and fresh. So I didn't have to worry about it going nasty and wilting. And my other tip for keeping your food fresh is your spinach, your greens, your leafy greens and things. I highly suggest, I buy the spinach thing in like the big bulk container. Place a paper towel on the top of that container, close the lid, and every 2 to 3 days when your paper towel starts to get damp, make sure to take that paper towel out and place it back in there. Place a new one in there. That way when it starts to draw moisture, your greens aren't getting all dewy and nasty and sweaty. All that moisture will be soaked up in your paper towel. So that's just what I do. I hope it helped with meal prepping and tips and planning ahead. And make sure when you're doing this, when you go to the grocery store, always shop on the outside perimeter first. Everything that is fresh and good for you is on the outside perimeter. If you're walking up and down every single aisle, you're going to look at all the processed crap, all the crackers, all the cookies, all the pastas, all of the I think of like the minute rice, anything that's like fast and it's got shelf life, it's in that section. You don't want to do that. So first and foremost, your meats and all your vegetables and your fruits, outside perimeter. Shop mainly there, and you may get 2 or 3, 4 things throughout the store for the rest of your shopping trip, but aim for the outside. So I hope that helped, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I hope it helped.